you know, many of you have asked us about the credit card industry in Thailand and specifically about American Express. Now, I'm curious as to why you want to know about American Express, but we'll start with them anyway. American Express have been around for many, many years. I can tell you when I first came to Thailand and wanted to use an American Express card or any other card, it was like, why don't you carry cash? Everybody carried cash, but you know, times have changed. The credit cards are here. They're very convenient, and as providing you pay them on time, it's a pretty good deal, I have to tell you. But your question about American Express is, how accessible is it? We're very pleased to have the Vice President of Consumer Card for Thailand. You've probably seen his photograph a lot of times in the media because they are very active with the social part of, I would say, the Thai community, which is one of the comments that you have too. I'm very pleased to welcome Kun Anakawat Kawatanakun. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Now, firstly, the market is very competitive.
Yes.
In terms of overall numbers, are the numbers increasing dramatically each year for all credit cards, or is it marginal now?
I think at the moment, as the credit card market in Thailand, I believe right now we almost reached the maturity stage of the market.
Okay.
Yes, after we actually had a very strong growth, especially in terms of numbers of cards, I believe over the last 10 years. But right now it's almost getting close to a certain maturity stage for the total card industry.
So you would say that's almost at saturation point, but then I guess you've got the youth, the younger generation coming up, and those are markets that you're going to have to go to as well.
Yes.
How will you, because it's also perceived that you're a little bit conservative in your marketing approach to get members in for the first time. So
yes.
How do you actually get to these young people?
I think this is one way that for the American Express card member, I think we believe that we have a product which will serve probably the best among the affluent prospect. So we will ensure that we will have the right product, right service to attract this potential card member to our franchise. And that's where you probably feel that it may be a little bit that we target to specific groups. But basically, that's the way we position our service and our card in this market.
So the positioning is at the high end for people to actually try to achieve a higher level, in fact. That's what you're talking about.
We more or less call them as they are like the achiever. And that's a kind of the segment that we target in this country.
What about the spend? Has the spend gone up if we look at the last 3 years? What percentage increase has we had in spending credit cards? In American Express, for example?
We do see a good increase, but anything in Thailand is something that probably you know that is a lot of the other external factor actually hitting the market.
Sure.
Like for example, last year we had like about 2 months roughly that actually we had a certain impact from the flood crisis. A couple of years ago, it's all about the political crisis. And basically that's a kind of, a bit quite a challenge in this market to manage that kind of like consistent growth. But more or less it's like for this year, we had a very good in terms of everything seemed to be, I think, on the right place. And we see a lot of, I think, both in terms of the business of the inbound customer as well as our customer also traveling outbound. So everything seemed to be very good trending this year.
So the boss will be happy with you this year. You're on target, are you?
I hope. But again, we don't know the future,
yeah,
right?
I mean, it's been a tough couple of years,
yes,
actually.
Yes,
very tough.
Yes.
Now, I'm intrigued that, you know, you say you go to the high end, and you certainly do, and what you do is very, very impressive, I have to say. You have, you know, the antique cars, you have the watches, whatever it may be. You're always looking at what these people want. When you look at your marketing budgets, is it paying off for you?
I think this is one of the area that I think for American Express, as we part of the financial institution, we really carefully in terms of the marketing dollar that we invest. So we would like to ensure that all the investment dollar that we put in, actually it give a right benefit to our customer. It's something that what they want, because I think that's the most important, because sometimes you develop some kind of like the benefit or value position of the card, but actually not so many people actually use that kind of like benefit. It's probably going to be a waste of our investment.
And certainly not at that top end anyway.
Yes, yes.
The other thing too is I guess it works very well for networking. I mean, Thais have got to be the best networkers in the world, I think. But having said that, when you actually bring these groups of people together, it actually means that you're able to these people meet each other, able to share ideas. You must be offering also business opportunities.
Yes, we do.
To these people.
We do. And I think that's the concept of our platinum network. We do have this kind of like platinum network almost on every month. And this is an opportunity not only in terms of like we have a social events, but we also is an opportunity for our card member to actually have a direct contact with each other. And a lot of time I talk to our platinum card member, actually they can work on a business opportunity together, or they can actually find a way to make the connection to the network. And I think that's very helpful.
What about the rates when you go into some retail stores, some departmental stores? I'm sorry, not departmental stores, I should be very specific. Into some of the smaller stores.
Yeah.
They want to charge you a rate.
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
Normally, we have the pricing policy worldwide, and it's more or less like a kind of standard. And we apply for this type of pricing policy around the world. And we actually base on all of our pricing structure based on the type of industry and also based on the business volume. So it's actually vary from the type of the industry as well as the volume of the business.
So it's a global positioning.
Yes.
It's not just for Thailand.
Yep.
And does it lose you any customers?
Not really, because basically, again, it applies the same concept. We would like to ensure that all those type of store or shop that our customer would like to go, we will definitely receive the feedback from our customer, and we will talk to our business partner or merchant to accept our card. But the first of all, we would like to ensure that those type of outlet is the one that our customer will go and shop or dine.
That's right, you've got to make sure they go there in the first place.
Yes.
What about on the promotions with the restaurants, with the hotels? Is that also working well for you? I mean, you have very impressive, what I say, promotions with the retailers.
Yes.
And with the restaurants.
Yep.
Are you able to, when you have that special offer, are you able to assess that you got X amount more business?
Yes, definitely, because basically this is a kind of the value that we also bring to our business partner as well. And I think the reason that most of those type of hotel would like to participate in the program with us, because we deliver in terms of the value. And that basically because our card member tend to pay more, and also actually they have more in terms of purchasing power, and they also travel a lot. And I think that's the value that we bring to our business partner.
Now, on the travel side, you would be a good source of information for trends, would you not? Going to different countries and so on. What is the trend at the moment for Thais travelling overseas? Are they really focusing more on Asia and spending significantly in Asia, or is there still the focus on Europe from what you see from the credit cards?
I think at the moment, actually our card member, I think they continue probably not only the destination around Asia, but probably around the world. But I think what we see in the changing trend is that they actually would like to go to more like a small city than going to like a capital city. And they try to go into what we call like a Thai like exploration segment to try to get into something like more interesting, because that become like a talk value of our card member.
Kenya, for example. So people want to go to Kenya, don't they? They want to go to the...
I think Kenya is one of a lot of people talking about Kenya as well.
And Turkey, those sort of places are a bit different.
Or like South Africa, for example.
So you can actually follow trends and give us a lot of information on where people are going, what they're doing.
Yes.
Has the spend when people travel also increased? I'm not talking about the cost of the ticket, but the cost of the packages has increased. Does that mean that's also been a benefit to you?
I think it's more or less like most of our card members when they travel, they prefer to travel on their own, which is mean like they would like to explore all of those things by their own, not with a group tour, and they tend to spend more. We are traveling with on their own groups rather than traveling with the tour groups.
Right. You've got a special deal at the moment on Platinum.
Yes.
Tell our viewers about it. Is this also available for foreigners?
Yes, definitely. This is the new feature that probably we would like to share with all of our customers as well as our new prospect as well. I believe that this is one of the unique feature, because this is the first time in Thailand that actually we had a very good partnership with Thai Airways. And Thai Airways give us an exclusivity for a period of almost 1 year, working on this special program, which basically allowed our co-brand card member to enjoy the redemption of the discount by redeeming the reward point from our program. So it basically is a very simple mechanic. So when you would like to purchase the Thai Airways ticket from the Thai Airway office or from our travel service, they can easily redeem their point at about 1.5 times on the value of the net fare that they purchase from the Thai Airways, and that will give them the 25% discount.
Impressive.
In all the destination, in all type of fare. Even sometimes, time to time, Thai Airways will also have a special promotion fare. This 25% will be on top discount.
On everything?
On everything.
Long time to negotiate that deal?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time.
I mean, it must be getting more and more difficult because it is such a competitive market to actually establish these sort of deals. I mean, you have to look at so many different opportunities. Are you looking at perhaps the whole concept of what we're doing in Thailand needs to be modified? You need to be ahead of the rest?
Basically, what we did is that we take the direct feedback from our card member, as well we look in terms of the data and terms of the spending pattern. So like for example, we found that actually there will be quite a number of our card members saying like, oh, actually sometimes they would like to travel in urgent and they don't have much time to actually redeem the ticket to the redemption program. So it's a lot easier if they just purchase a ticket and use our point to redeem for the discount. And that's a kind of like the feedback that we receive from our card member, and we can find a way to serve their needs.
So what you're saying is you don't have to go out there and be everything to everything to everybody. What you've actually got to do is look at what your customers want and look to trying to give them what they want.
Yes.
One final question. The midnight sales are becoming more and more popular. And I'm told that the sales and the response that you're getting from American Express is enormous. In terms of the income received on that day. True?
Yes. During that type of promotion, normally we will get a very good response from our card member. But that one is depend on the way we partner with all of those department store or retail.
To what deal you can do with
to
them.
what deal, whatever we can find the best deal for our card member.
3 to 4 months till the end of the year, what can we expect from you? I know you don't want to tell your competitors exactly what you're doing, but what can we expect?
I think we do always have a kind of like a good promotion, especially during the festive season for our card member. And this year, our marketing team are working on something that we believe that is going to be, I think, the best things for our card member.
Finally, there are one publication, Expressions, that comes out monthly. One is in English, and the following month is in Thai.
In Thai.
That's going to continue?
Yes, definitely. I think this is one, of the key value proposition of our card product, because this is one of the most effective channel to communicate directly to our card member. And we actually have 2 magazines now. One is Expression, another one we call Beyond.
Beyond, that's right.
And that Beyond is for our co-brand card member. And we have all of those travel destination, exotic place where our card member can find, I think, the right place for their next destination.
Redemption is increasing?
A lot.
A lot. So are we going to see a different range of product? I mean, so many people are redeeming, but the reality is that maybe they've got everything that's in the book. Are you able to extend that?
Yes, definitely. I think one of the strong value of our product is that we keep refreshing on our book almost every quarter. So every quarter we bring with a new item. So actually it's all of our item in membership reward catalog. It's all like a fresh new item, because sometimes in like the electronic world, everything's changing so fast. It can be something like out of date within 1 quarter. So we would like to ensure that everything in our catalog is up to date.
Thank you very much for joining us. I think that answers some of the questions for the foreigners. All you've got to do is contact American Express here and they're able to help you. Don't forget to look at your copy of Expressions, because that gives you a lot of information, and look out for all the promotions, because they're there. You just got to look for them.
Good morning, this is Culturally Yours and I'm Bon Jacobson. If you haven't made any plans, I have some interesting programs for you. If you prefer a serene and peaceful atmosphere, the art exhibition in the piece is just for you. In this exhibition, there are paintings and sculptures. When you see paintings, their colors show you how they react, mix, offend, overlap each other, and reflect the thought of dreams for future without any defined purpose. On the other hand, sculptures show the result of passing time. Both paintings and sculptures are not complicated. They have no names and are straightforward in the abstract. For more information, contact 022146630 or at www.bacc.or.th. I hope you enjoy the events that we have chosen for you. May the peace be with you. This is Bon Jacobson and this is Culturally Yours. I'll see you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ